I own an events company, but I hate the word networking. Usually when you hear that word, people generally don't have a positive response. People trying to sell you stuff, people throwing business cards at you, they don't actually want to get to know you at all, and I never want to host an event like that. I don't approach networking events with a pitching mindset. What worked for me is building relationships with the individuals that are there. I approach them in a way that builds relationships long term. You look at every event and every networking event that you've ever been to, and people hand you business cards, and basically every question that gets asked about you or that you end up asking other people is information that you can either find on that business card or find on their LinkedIn profiles, for example. I found entertainment in asking questions that carry long term. What are they working on today? What's something that they're excited to work on tomorrow? What's something that they're passionate about 5 years from now? Do they have a favorite sports team that maybe we can strike a conversation about, that down the road I can have a conversation and bring in some current events about their favorite sports teams or whatever hobbies or passions they have. It creates a long-term lasting relationship that every time we interact with each other, there's something brand new and fresh to talk about. But being present offline is arguably just as important as being present online. 1 year ago, to the very month of recording this video, I went to my first networking event. There I met Q for the very first time. What struck me about Q is that he didn't ask me questions that I had been being asked all throughout the night. I wasn't asked by him, what do you do? What's your job? How can you help me? How can I help you? All this straight pitch stuff. He asked me, what am I passionate about? What do I see myself doing in 5 years? If I could create myself any situation, what could I create myself? Do I want to work for myself or work for the man? Were examples of questions that he asked me, and that really struck me because Q was definitely somebody that when I left that night, I knew I wanted to be around Q more because he asked me questions that drove me further than, like I mentioned, just things that you could find on my business card or things that you could find by looking at my social media profiles, and that really stood out to me. Fast forward today, and now we own a company together. So go make networking fun. Discover people like you would discover something on Netflix.